guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Come on now, let's go!
Ready? 180! 54 Mike. I got you. I got you.
On first down, it's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 75 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Protein spill. Check 26. Check 26.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. General West.
Watch it. Wide. Get wide. Check your hot read. Check.
Check three.
Check nickel.
Hard. Get.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Got it.
Mike 51.
Bravo.
All day, baby. All day. Well, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Too little, Pep. Mike 51. Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Weeks. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Let's go.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction, and was able to track the ball in another.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off play action. Weeks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And the Vikings first down.
50, plant. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Weeks. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, it's Cook. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Hey, you're on the switch. Check 3.
80 weapon. Shift. Hey, alert 3. Shoot.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. First carry now for Alexander Madison, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Madison, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, here we go. He's checking.
Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Great.
At the 33-yard line.
He's checking Craig. Check 13. Check 13. 22, check cover. 22, check cover.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Newton on third down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gun.
Throwing is Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. But now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, they scared.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 24. Big air.
Ready.
They'll run with Madison. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey,
Looking to throw. Weeks. It's complete to Diggs. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First down, Vikings.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Greystone, travel. Hey, exit. Go.
On 1st down, Weeks. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the ready. Hey, Foxtrot.
51 the mark, boy. 51. Guys,
Hey.
51 the mark. Hey, man. Watch.
Shoot.
From the gun, Weeks. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, dude. Hey, stand up.
Throwing again. Weeks. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Weeks. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. 54. Mike, 54. I got it. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Weeks. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 9, check 9. Topper, topper. Go. Get it.
The final shot before break. Weeks. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 2nd and 12, Newton in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago. And we're right back where we started at halftime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw. Weeks. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, my 7. 54. My 54.
From the gun, Weeks. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 56 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Express!
Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that?
They'll keep it on the ground. McKnight. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. McKnight. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, orbit.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey,
Go. Go.
To throw again. Weeks. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A big play there from McCaffrey, 41 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Hunter on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw is Newton. Got his target, Samuel. This is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Mike 54.
On the ground, McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
This is McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Switch. Hey!
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down.
Let's go.
Gun.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. We got it.
McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Weeks. Complete. Smith has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Diggs has it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Weeks forced out to his left. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, pick your head.
2nd and 3. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Weeks. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
56, the Muck boy, 56. Check 56. Hey. Don't get nervous. Muck 56. Muck.
On 4th down, Weeks. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Ronald Blair. And that may do it for this NFC title game. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Hey, 180.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.